almost Bald Mountain, not quite to Bald Mountain, all the way down to Burgess Road is where we sample. We have 6 electrofishing stations on this river. So we just don't come to one spot and say, oh, it's looking good. We sample a wide variety. So we have 3 electrofishing stations downstream of the catch and release, and then we have 3 stations within the catch and release section. And as we go further upstream, the stream gets narrower, generally fewer fish, colder water, less habitat. The further down you go, generally we find more fish. This year wasn't the case. A couple stations we sampled yesterday and the one this morning, fewer fish for some reason, I just don't know why. So we'll look into that. That's why we sample our waters, is to then make our management decisions based off the data we collect. So if we have this downward trend, we need to change regulations and extend the catch and release further downstream. So if above this, so far looks pretty good, if our 2 stations tomorrow look really good, maybe we need to extend that catch and release regulation. Maybe anglers are keeping too many fish. Or say we need to stock more fish. Maybe I need to bump stocking for a couple years to catch back up because of a couple hard winters, boost the population back up, and then we can back off again.
Gotcha.
Our goal, if we can help it, is to not stock any fish. We stock where we have to. So Lake DeSmet, for instance, rainbow trout need a fresh flowing, any sort of spawning trout needs fresh flowing water to spawn. Lake DeSmet doesn't have a river that enters and leaves it. It's filled from a pipe off Piney Creek. So there's no spawning habitat there for rainbows to spawn in, so we have to stock every year. We stock 100,000 fish a year in Lake DeSmet.
How have the health of these fish looked that you've been surveying so far?
So far, fat and healthy, and yes, you don't get much fatter than some of these guys here. The relative weight when I punch their numbers in the computer, that guy might be a hair skinnier, but that'll be the true. They look good to me though.
Yeah.
They look good and healthy to me.
Awesome.
I mean, this, if you'll let me grab him, he's not going to. That guy right there, pretty healthy.
What are you doing on my phone?
Is that a rainbow?
He's got some characteristics of rainbow, but he's not.
Okay. Could he be a hybrid then?
Potentially, but he has no white tips on his fins.
Okay.
A rainbow always has white tips on their pelvic and anal fin. I'm not seeing any white tips on these. But like humans, every fish is a little different. It just all depends on their genetics and what phenotypic expression they're going to express when they're made, when they're hatched, when they're born.